Hello, everyone, and welcome to the GMologist Presents. We are here for, I think it's session 17. Is that correct?
I believe so.
I'm here, and we're session 17 of the One Ring. So if we play bi-weekly with only a few misses, that's about 34 weeks of gaming. I don't know how many months that is divided by four. Wow, we've been playing this for about a half, over a little half a year. That's kind of nice.
Hmm.
Right? So cool. All right. And with me, we have two players this morning, and I will introduce them, and then you can tell me a little bit about the characters you play because they both play two-player heroes. And the first one is going to be Streamrolla.
Hello, I'm Streamrolla, and I play Myrtle Bandybug, and she is a hobbit just outside the Shire with little slippery fingers. And she is very excited because she has what was a dagger that she believes is her own sword, and she's getting better at that. And I play Gwennon, and she is a ranger of the Dunedain, or Dunedain, however you'd like to pronounce it.
Right? And then we have live from Pelham's Wasteland,
Yeah, hi.
Arlen Walker, I
I
guess.
play Bruni, who is a dwarf of the Blue Mountains, who is a scholar, and Orodreth, who is an elf of Rivendell, and
Hmm.
he is a champion by calling.
Nice. And I mentioned live from Pelham's Wasteland because that is Arlen's. Uh, right now, you do reads, right, of literature.
Yeah, I've been doing Pelham's Wasteland Reads, which is just talk about books that I've read, basically.
Yeah,
But
cool.
it's fun.
Maybe he'll have some horror books coming up with October around the corner.
Mm.
So who knows? What are you reading now on the channel?
The last thing I released was a pair of, so it's a double. That one book is called The Hidden Force, which is by a Dutch author named Louis Couperus, from 1901
Hmm.
maybe. And then the other one is called The Four Feathers by a guy named A.E.W. Mason from basically around the same time. So they're sort of both like turn of the century perspectives on basically like European colonialism,
Hmm.
which is interesting to, read two different. The Four Feathers in particular was really in its time regarded as like exemplary of this kind of um, like ideal of like British kind of stiff upper
Hmm.
lip militarism and stuff. From basically like the period that got destroyed in the First World War. So it's really kind of an
Interesting.
interesting, like,
Yeah.
this is, one sort of cultural thing that completely died like 15 years later.
Right. Yeah, it's interesting, right? I think they kind of not talk just examine that transition in Downton Abbey,
Yeah,
among other
yeah.
things. So, which is pretty interesting. Yeah. Are you doing anything for Cimmerian September? Are you going to read some Howard or?
I don't know. I haven't planned out anything, although we'll see.
Yeah, I thought about doing that, or doing something like that, like reading one of my, at least an excerpt from one of my favorite Robert Howard stories, Conan stories, maybe. I'm not sure, but
Hmm.
just got some. One of my favorite non-Conan stories is a story called Skullface. I don't know if you've ever read
Hmm.
it. Um, and my favorite Conan story for people listening is Beyond the Black River. So, and I've read it, and I've read the that series of Savage Sword of Conan that Roy Thomas did.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was a. I used to have that Beyond the Black River series. And that's really cool. All right, but we're
Nice.
not playing in the Conan world, although maybe one of these days Arlen might run that for us or something in there. But we are in Tolkien's The One Ring verse, and we are here. Actually, it looks like you did make it to Londare.
Hmm.
So last time was a bunch of traveling, and
Yes.
these are all the villagers. They're not so angry anymore because the group helped them of Boneford. They actually rescued Derek a while back from these guys. I can find the hand. I don't know.
The Black Numenorians.
Yeah, the Black Numenorians from. I know I have a handout of the Black Ship, but I can. It seems to try to hide itself.
Ah, that's okay. I found it. I'm showing it.
Okay, the Black Ship.
Mhm.
Could, complete with Numenorian, you know, soldiers, or at least one Numenorian knight. So, like an anti-Dunedain in a way.
Hmm.
So they rescued Derek. They went back to Boneford, met them, then tackled something called the Tree of Sorrow,
Mhm.
which I thought was a little crazy, but they somehow, with a lot of good rolls and luck and smart planning, they took down the Tree of Sorrow and got rid of all these twisted tree folk. Took out a vampiric. Maybe it was once human. Maybe it was once a tree. Who knows? But it was vampiric, um, and really a minion of Sauron um, at this point, and helping to taint the tree. There is also a
Mhm.
pit to utter darkness that Tolkien talks about, the deep places of the earth, uh, a way to get there, which is bad, but they closed it off, and then they went back to wait. You went to back to Boneford, and then you went to Tindalen. A lot of
Mhm.
traveling last time.
We were
Oh yeah,
taking
here's
the injured elves.
yeah. I think I showed this because this was like the aftermath of the cool battle of the I don't know
That's one way.
battle of the
Rescue
yeah
the kid.
that's where you rescued the fisherfolk boy. I don't know what should we call it, battle of the I guess you're on the lower Bywater, but it's not called the Bywater outside of the Shire.
And
What's the name of this?
here's the kid there.
Yeah, here's the name of the river. I can't read it,
So
but
it it is not the Brandywine.
it's not the brand. Yeah, it's not the Brandywine. Yeah, it's not the Brandywine outside the Shire, right?
Mhm.
It is the Barduin. The Battle of the Bard. I like that. The Battle of the Barduin. Go down in the
Okay.
annals of the player heroes.
Mhm.
All right. So you would rescue. You also had rescued Rowan and Malric, who were actually escorting a couple elves heading to the west. Uh, I'll put them on there for you that you read my Trivium shirt. So Valoria and Celestria were being escorted, and they wanted to see the tree because they'd heard about Aaron Vorn and Ancient Forest. They wanted to see that one time before they traveled to the west, and well, it was not in a good way. So they were captured, and the player heroes rescued them, which was pretty neat, I thought.
Mhm.
and and then made allies here. We have the Foot and the Fist, Malric and Rowan. I don't know why they have the foot. Anyway, they have those symbols on them. But I believe that Gwennon and the company sent them with messages to both Bree after they recovered, right, in Tindalen,
Right.
which
Where
is
we're
here.
still looking at the river.
Yeah. They went up to, oh, you're still looking at the Battle of the River. Sorry.
Mhm.
There you go. Yeah. So Rowan and Malric, and they rescued Valoria and Celestria. There you go. And they've already made it, uh, in theory. Well, they were going through like they went through the Shire, so they went through Happy Lands,
Mhm.
and they presumably they've made it, and you have more allies in the Grey Havens. But you sent Rowan and Malric, the Foot and the Fist of the Dunedain, I guess. I don't know why I have the symbols on there, but fight the power. Malric was sent to Tharbad, where the Dunedain are fomenting rebellion, I guess, against the powers that be.
Well, training them
And
because.
Rowan sent on to Bree to leave a message for Gandalf at
Mhm.
the favorite inn of Bree, the prancing pony
Mm-hmm.
that sells the best pipeweed in the region if you can't get to the Shire. But
Yes.
the company did travel back to Laundare. I guess that's where we pick up.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I do have a Laundare. Look at that. We are here in Laundare, meeting Queen Nimue.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that? Oh, that's sorry. That's her character sheet. We don't need to see her character sheet. We can see her. That's her Queen Nimue there, and she has many followers. Um, Thalmir Fairbanks among them, a hobbit, and there are other people as well. Let's see. There was Herwin Dorward, this guy here, the sort of older, lame, one-footed actually. One of these legs is prosthetic. Um, Dorgard, one of her trusty bodyguard, the Sirius Haldane, not to be confused with the elf Haldane, right? Isn't there an elf
Mm-hmm.
Haldane? And then this guy, you didn't meet him last time, but he definitely makes sure he comes and says hi to you. Johann Fleet. He is he represents the mercantile interests of Laundare,
Hmm.
and he makes sure that he comes and talks to you all. Says, the heroes of the hour. He makes a big deal as he sees you in the Queen's Hall after you're reintroduced. What brings you back to our humble hall and to Laundare? He asks.
We were sent on a quest, and we have returned to discuss the results of such with the Queen.
I see. Well, I have the ear of the Queen,
So do we, but
you know.
I appreciate it. That this what we have to say is for her ears only, but thank you.
Mhm, mhm. Well, okay. Well, but he says, well, if you have any designs or it are in need of funding support for some sort of expedition that adventurers and heroes do, I am the richest man in Laundare.
Perhaps you'd like to
He goes,
speak with my associate Bruni, as
yes, dwarves I hear are very rich.
I am not asking you to speak to him because he's rich. He is the only one that
Well,
might
I'm
be.
just saying we have things in common. I know you
Yes.
Dunedin like to live whatever off the land, as they say.
That is our preference. And I would encourage you to keep your purse strap closed very tightly in your hand when around my friend Myrtle.
He goes, well, I am very well trained because there is another hobbit in the court.
Hmm. I see.
So you're saying that all hobbits are thieves?
No, but
It's actually a really harmful stereotype, buddy.
I did not bring it up, buddy.
Myrtle will pipe up and say, "It is true of myself, though. It is something that at times I cannot control."
He has a very strange way of smiling. It seems like he's gritting his teeth when he's smiling, by the way. But he says, I am not only am the richest man in Laundare, but I am Queen Nimue's most loyal servant.
Are you the dentist?
I do not know what that means.
Oh. Who takes care of your teeth?
I take care of my teeth because I use uh cattails to make sure that they are clean. And my what does this have to do with anything? Anyway, I was going to tell you my backstory because
Okay.
it is a tragedy indeed.
Okay.
Uh, but maybe I will discuss this with the dwarf as you say, for we are more like-minded.
Yes, perhaps.
So I guess he takes Bruni aside and he says, "Well, I hear that I still have contact in Tharbad, that my father fled that wreck, and we brought most of the treasury down with us. Actually," he says, "I
Mm.
expected to become the head of the council down here, but well, with the Queen's, let us say, the fate of Queen Nimue intervened, and I am fine with that," he says, sorta. Unless you want to narrow your eyes and study him, Bruni.
Seems like that couldn't hurt. I suppose
He goes,
like
"I
a
do
riddle
trade.
test.
Yeah, I do trade with your fellow dwarves from Harmelt,
Mm.
and also in Ered Luin,
Mm.
and of course Bree. Well, we have, as one has to, because it seems it is the crossroads. Though I think Tharbad would be better suited, truth be told. And Lorndare is a backwater, as you can tell.
Mm.
You can riddle if you wish.
Well, let me see what I can see. Look at that.
How how good is it?
It's
It's
a
a great.
great success.
Oh yeah. So he definitely seems resentful. Perhaps that's why he
Hmm.
grits his teeth when he smiles. Um, and he's trying to pull off being cultured and sophisticated, as he says that Lawndare can be made into a great trading port. I've heard tell the wealth of the Southlands, Gondar, Umbar. He says that with strange emphasis, and how there are many in those parts who crave land of their own. Like I said, I have contacts in Tharbad still, wish to make this a trading avenue for Eriador. I have heard, though I'm sure I'm not as learned, but I've heard the dwarves tell tales that once humans did have a nice kingdom here in these lands. Now, I see all these ruins, but maybe they can be reimagined. What think
Perhaps
you?
it's hasn't even been so long since the kings from Old Westerness uh, ruled this part of the world.
Um, he says, "I see, look. I have brought sophistication," he says, "to the court," and he introduces you to Alice. She is a singer. You didn't see her last time, um, so she is here since you've gone. Uh, she claims to be from the south, um, from what is that? What is that place where the not Gondor, but the port on the down the river from Gondor? If only I had a map of Middle Earth. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. Port down the river, like down the Anduin.
Well, there's one down the Anduin, and there's one like to the southwest where the prince lives.
Oh, Dal Amroth.
Yeah, she claims to be from Dal Amroth. Thank you. So,
Mhm.
and she says, "I have sung, but you know, she has I've begun to compose heroic lays based on the deeds of other knights of Londare, and now that you are sort of knights of Londare, perhaps I can hear and make you and immortalize you in song."
Mm.
Oh, let's see. Oh, so I guess for the riddle, since you got a great success, Johann Fleet comes across as cunning and maybe devious.
Mhm.
So, and apparently Alice has been made a knight of Londare too.
Mm.
I see.
Well, I don't know if we have any particular need of economic support for any ventures right now, but I'm sure that
Oh, so you are backed by Aaron Lewin?
I
He interrupts you on purpose.
think it's more that most of our work is much more suited to adventurers than merchants, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
I see. I see.
Although
Well,
I
so,
know that actually, so Bruni will sort of start to say something and then realize that he doesn't really want the humans to be funding too many expeditions to Moria, and say, "Oh well, I'm sure that if you wanted to put your wealth to good use, there's plenty of things to do to build up Londare itself."
yes, but well, I guess since you kind of got him in the riddle, he does confess that he has heard of that he's talked to the dwarves and they tell about the riches in the Misty Mountains that have been lost to the orcs. And he says, I have friends in Tharbet as well that would be willing to fund expeditions to reclaim your kinsman's homeland, Bruni. Wouldn't you like that? Come on, you know you want to.
Well, I think, certainly we'd like to be involved on some level. I've even heard that there's an expedition being put together in Erebor that has some interest. Some of the old dwarves, um, after Thorin's company retook the mountain, some of them have imagined that they might even retake Durin's halls. Um, but I haven't been keeping up with whatever progress they might have made.
Oh, interesting, interesting.
Yeah.
He says, I'm going to see if he's heard of something like that. If it's possible. He says, oh, I have not heard of that, but that piques my interest. Perhaps one of his famous company.
That's what I've heard.
Well, if you learn anything, let them know that I would be happy to help out with some. I mean, I wouldn't go there. I look at me.
Mhm.
I am no knight of Londere. He says somewhat sarcastically. Um, the orcs would eat me for breakfast, or maybe just as an appetizer.
I
Orcs
might
do
well
eat
do
people,
that.
right?
Sure some of them do.
Oh, I see. I see. So, Enfys gives her a report, and if you guys have anything to add,
No, I
and
mean, Myrtle was kind of eavesdropping, and I mean, she's just only doing that to protect Brody in her mind.
Mhm.
Maybe we should. So that was we could talk to Nimue and I guess maybe this fleet guy a bit about because one of the things we had done was try to like train up the militia in
Hmm.
Boneford, and
Oh
that
yeah,
if they
you
were
did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
uh
Enfys is like, yes, this is going really well, my queen, and I would love to go back there maybe um, with another of the knights to finish the training. Though they are very adept with bows,
Mhm.
especially so as you well, she explains, even though people might not know, because as you know, when you are out fishing, right, there is a what you see at below the water is not quite accurate about what you see above the water, but they are very adept at shooting at fish or spearing at fish underneath. So I would say they have some skills. Their hand-eye coordination is quite naturally good. And plus, I mean, if it seems that these player heroes, what's your fellowship called? I'm gonna call it Gwennon's Fellowship by default, unless you have another name for it. Your fellowship.
I think that's good. Gwynen's Fellowship.
Yeah, she'll just say she's assuming Gwennon's the leader, though I think it's more,
Or a dress.
democratic, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
But
sometimes
she
she,
said,
Yeah, I think we trade off roles pretty well.
yeah. Yeah, so anyway, so she says, it seems that Gwynon's fellowship has defeated this great evil that was in Aaron Varn. People go, oh, yeah. They would love to hear. They would love to hear that tale, of course. And then, and Alice says she'll take notes and compose a song, the defeat of the poor tree folk and their sorrowful tree. And it goes, well, and this kind of looks at her funny, but she says, no, but I mean, I'm sure yes, there were some tree folk that were tainted by the tree, but the others, uh, my fellow fisher folk say that the others might be lost and displaced and would be more amenable to the trade that was there long before Aaron Vorn became dark. I mean, they are the same peoples after all, at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And Alice says, "You mean not? You mean have they were when they were driven by the Numenorians into the forest and the coast? Let us not forget that." She says, matter of factly. Well, actually,
So Myrtle wants to pipe up and say, not all bad for Numenorians. Only the black ones are bad.
well,
Gwenin is of that bloodline, and she is not mean.
Is that true, or are they just misunderstood? Says Alice. Perhaps it was the imperialist notions of the Gondorans that might have driven the Numenorians from Umbar and Harad into that way. You call them corsairs, but maybe they just want to be traders. And she laughed. Perhaps we are all just a little misunderstood. I will regale you with the song of Haldane and how he took it to some bandits recently. Dunlendings, I think. Haldane goes, So she, at some point she'll have this song. You guys, if you are want to, you can roll riddle to see if there's any hidden meaning in the song.
Just roll riddle.
Yeah. So probably, I think the best would probably Myrtle and Bruni at that.
Does she get to use? Trying to think. I don't think she has. It's not persuasion.
Any of your traits or whatever.
I was looking to see most of mine features. Craft.
Distinctive features, right?
Right.
Bruni might have one.
I have fair-spoken, merry, and burglary.
Probably none of those.
Bruni has cunning, which seems like that's pretty
cunning
useful.
Would work.
Success.
So, yeah.
Goodness.
Oh, look.
Myrtle.
Right. So,
told you she was eavesdropping.
All right. So definitely. So Bruni, she definitely undermines any heroism shown by Haldane. The song seems kind of like it's putting him as a little overzealous and a little hollow, and almost as if he embellished the story he told. So Haldane, does Haldane see that? It's definitely like hidden, right? Haldane does not see that, assuming he's a good person. Wait. No, he doesn't. He does not. Although I would say that at least one of his. Well, I would say that probably someone who's more savvy, the doorman, looks in and kind of narrows his eyes at Alice. You can see as you look around. Definitely Myrtle. As you look around the room, and Myrtle, this is definitely almost cynical or malicious.
Okay.
And she kind of reiterates like the old what is it called? Old sins. I'll call them, for lack of a better word, the old sins of the Numenorians when they drove, the peoples who the human populations that were there on Middle Earth into the backwoods, including the Dunlendings. Right. So she kind of repeats that, trying to almost you would say Myrtle would say take a stab at Gwennon as well. Even
I
though
think Myrtle would stop her sawing and say something, though.
in the middle of the court.
Yeah, I think so.
That's
She
well,
she
it might
would.
upset. Or you can, I don't know. Do you have singing? Is singing a
She has song. Um,
oh, you can count this. You want to guys want a counter song?
I mean, she's not like trained in it, but she has three in song.
Yeah, if you want a counter song, that'd be kind of fun. With the
Yeah,
feat success, I'll give you a bonus dice. Oh, you're also fair spoken, so I guess
yeah.
you get
So she
two
get
bonus dice.
two.
And Orodreth want to help? He's a singer, right?
Orjeth has a little bit of song, but
Is Bruni the better songsmeister?
I think neither of them are particularly adept at song.
Okay,
I don't know that Gwennon is.
so let's see how Myrtle
Yeah,
counters
Gwennon
that.
is not.
That would be appropriate. I wouldn't just stand there and interrupt, but you could interject with song. I think that would be appropriate.
Because her song would be obviously talking more about the history of the Dunedain that Gwennon would have told her and her experiences and what Gandalf has said about it.
And what the Rangers do currently.
Right, right. So here's hoping.
Oh,
No, but
even
I'm.
with two bonus dice? Yeah, wow. Okay.
What happened?
Oh,
It
it's
only
just
rolled 1d12.
yeah. You're not favored, right?
Uh, no, not in song.
Yeah. Oh well.
But hang on.
You
She
need a
she
six.
she has a mastery, not in that. Um, was trying to see if she had anything, and spending the hope wouldn't help, right?
And you need a six.
She'll try anyways. She'll try to get the six. She's trying to stand up, and she just doesn't want to wait until the end. She got it.
Oh,
She
look at
got
that.
it.
So that becomes a great success, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So she at first maybe she comes out a little squeaky, but maybe I'll say Sir Falmir kind of gives this low baritone. Maybe he nudges Bruni to like have like a low baritone or a low bass, like hum, almost like the song of Erebor, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
But of course, a Hobbit can't get that low. But and then that kind of sets a good tone, inspires Myrtle, who uses some hope to like bring it to a conclusion and almost drown out the sarcasm of Alice. And uh, people are nodding their heads and looking at Gwen and looking. Haldane even seems more bolstered. Huron gives a nod to the company if people are watching him. Um, and yeah, even
Jet
Brenthil seems to pay attention, though he's been distracted of late.
and she would intermingle in their tales of how wonderful Orodreth and Bruni have been as well. And
Yeah.
then the riders of Rohan.
Mm-hmm. All right. So Alice, I guess, is drowned out, and Myrtle's probably made an enemy.
Well, she'll go up to Alice and say, "Oh, I thought that's exactly how your song was going to end, because you were talking about the Dunedain."
She says, "Do not be coy, Hobbit." Oh, actually, she would say halfling, wouldn't she? Out of
Yeah.
out of meanness, she says,
Mm-hmm.
"Do not be coy, halfling."
I think Gwennon would put her hand on Alice's shoulder and say,
And she shrugs. She tries to shrug it off.
and say,
She says, "I know
uh,
you're kind, Ranger."
"We do try to be kind. What I was going to say was, please forgive my Hobbit friend. She's very excited from our adventures." And she, of course, wants to sing songs when that's an opportunity. I think maybe she was singing what she thought was the right song that you were singing.
Well, I think Alice says, well, I think I will start to compose a song about how hobbits stole the glory of those of the former kingdom of Arnor and tricked the king to give them land. So she stomps off into the corner.
Myrtle wants to look at Bruni and say, she's mean, Bruni.
Uh, yeah, cunning, so thinks Bruni.
Yeah.
He can totally read her. All right. So the queen is impressed. Of course, again, she's a little still green.
Why is she green?
No, she's green like new.
Hmm.
Okay.
Myrtle wants to look at her and bow and say, I could write a song for you, Queen Nimue, about a
Oh, that would
brave.
be great.
Uh,
Yes.
uh,
She goes, I would love that. You have such a wonderful little voice.
yes. So,
I mean, it's a booming voice, but you know what I mean. I mean, I'm sorry.
no, it is little in comparison. I am not but half your size, but I will do my best. So she'll retire to a table and write her a song.
Okay. Interesting.
And
That's kind of interesting.
she'll apologize to the queen. I was listening to her song and she was talking about the Dunedain and the Numenorians, and I thought I would sing the songs that I was taught of those. I am sorry if I upset somebody in your court.
Mm-hmm.
Except she's really not. She's really
So the
not.
queen says, I have been thinking last time you were here, um, that seer Eager was here and he spoke of this vision.
Mm-hmm.
I do not think it is a coincidence that you happened to be in the hall when Aglane's tale was retold. I believe in fate and destiny. Who am I but a humble? Who was I but a humble fisher woman, or even not a seashell collecting girl, really, along the shore when I was given a dream and I slew that serpent. I still don't know how that happened. I guess I got a lucky shot. She's doing this like probably with just the few of you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, she goes, I don't know. The powers of the world, anyway, do the work subtly, secretly. Then it takes one of the wise, like Gandalf, to discern the random mischance for some intentional design. Perhaps you should take this vision seriously and visit this island and see what you might find. I can hire. Well, I guess it was Aglin's tale. It was Aglin's vision, and then Eager was the fisherman. The Eager was the ship captain, the fishing ship captain.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Hmm.
I can hire Eager at no expense to you to take you there and to outfit you as such as you would need, that I can provide. I mean, you're looking for this ship anyway. Perhaps that could be something. I do not know. I do not know what your plans are. I'm just thinking out loud, giving advice, maybe direction. But I am new at this.
Well, Gwennon will
I,
bow.
I would make you Knights of Long Dare, but I don't not know if that is needed. It seems that your names speak for themselves, and you are a very unique company. I mean, as you notice, while I have a few uh, Hobbit and here in court, It is more homogeneous than your varied group here.
Hmm.
And it looks like you attract hangers on. She looks at Brenthil and Sornan, Harabrand.
Well, Gwennon would reply and say they are not hangers on, but trusted members of this party. And
Well, I mean,
we
I misspeak. I yes, exactly.
I mean, Sornan saw the evils of his way and now has tenfold shown his worth to the party. Brent Hill, he is an elf of Tyndalen and very, very brave and a wonderful party member. We cannot be our party without Harabrand either. He has the horse and he does travel with us and protects us as such. And Bruni, one cannot not have a dwarf in the group. He is not only powerful, but he fills us with riddles that Myrtle is tickled by. And Oradreth is a champion among champion elves, and our party is made up of, yes, a multitude, but as one we serve.
She says, "By any chance did you see a green knight while you were traveling through Aaron Vorn?"
I do not remember seeing a green knight.
Well,
She'll recount the story of meeting the vision on the edge in the trees. I don't remember what color he was. I don't believe he was green.
The singer on the shore.
Mm-hmm. I don't believe he was
no.
green.
Yeah, I don't think that's the.
But she'll look at Oradreth or Bruni and ask if they remember seeing him. She does not remember. Nor does
Well,
she remember seeing him at the tree.
Lorndare has been attacked in the past by the tree folk of Aaron Vorn, but recently Haldane speaks of a giant of a man, taller even than him. Uh,
Hmm.
so I and he called out a challenge uh, to Haldane, but I think Haldane wisely refused.
What kind of a challenge was this that was called out?
Like in single combat, and I win and I take all your men, and Haldane would not do that. I do not know. He said Haldane. Maybe you should speak to Haldane about this man. Anyway, perhaps the tale of the tree is not yet done.
Possibly not. Where is the island that you speak of that you wish us to visit for you?
Well, I would think that you would visit it for you.
Well,
I mean, it would be, she says when Igor comes back, I'm sure he will be back soon. He can take you on the Sea Wing to there.
okay. She'll look at Ordreth and Bruni for confirmation that they'd like to also do that.
Yeah, I think going to the island or talking about the Isle of the Mother, is that?
I think that was it, right?
Yeah, yeah. In the Western Seas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like going and checking out what's up with the island makes sense.
Yes.
Um,
Um,
I think Gwennon would look back at the queen and say, then we shall leave straight away.
well, stay here as long as you like. I can make room here in the halls, or you can, if you wish, there are some buildings that are free if you wish to not have to stay in the hall all the time. I know it seems that you've caught the ire of a few. or one or two.
Gwen and I'll giggle and say, well, definitely Alice.
Hmm. Well, I do not think
And
my friend Johann Fleet particularly cares for you either.
hmm,
But
he wants to fund one of our expeditions, but I think for his own purposes, not as what he professes.
yeah. So so if anyone wants to, you can make awareness checks.
I thought Gwenin had. Um,
Ordreth has
it.
got.
You have better
Yeah,
awareness. I
yeah,
was.
maybe
It's.
Oradress because
It's
he hasn't been doing anything, so perhaps he's watching everyone.
right.
Hmm.
You
What I
can give
was
a
thinking of is
oh, you got a
insight,
great.
not
I
awareness.
was going to
Yeah.
give you another bonus from Brentil, honestly, because he stopped. You kind of got him out of his distraction, but you got a great
Hmm.
success anyway. Um, so he, so Brenthal kind of maybe nudges you, and he kind of subtly, or either or like communicates with you across the room with sign, and you see that Alice and Johann Fleet are talking like in hushed tones, like in a corner somewhere. So, right, and then Haldane, if anyone wants to, Haldane can talk about the Green Knight.
Well, I think Gwenin would want to talk to him about the Green Knight, but Myrtle wants to ask Bruni first if she should sneak over to where Alice and Johann are sitting and see if she can hear what they're speaking of.
Yeah, I mean, Ordreth would have to point that out to one of them. I mean, I mean, you guys know everyone's strength. You know that
Yeah, I think.
Myrtle's a ghost if she wants.
Yeah, yeah. Ordreth will suggest. Seems like we're gonna, talk to some of the people in here, but maybe, turning to Myrtle, he'll just sort of, nod his head a little bit and suggest that she listen in on what
Okay.
Fleet and Alice are talking about.
Though with a great success, you know Ordreth, you can see like you can read some of their words, and you can see that some of the names of your companies on his lips.
Hmm.
So
So
it
he's
would
definitely talking about you.
would
So
Myrtle
stealth.
need okay, I was gonna say stealth, but would any of her things apply? Fair
Uh,
spoken, merry, burglary.
unless you're trying to steal from them, not
No, no,
really. Like,
no, no.
don't you have like a 4 stealth or something?
And she's favored in it. Yes,
Yeah.
just don't want to roll it unless I ask. Great success.
Yeah. Yeah, you're there. So basically Johan said, we need to get those people out of court. You got any schemes? You got any troubles? And Alice says, well, I do have a song that maybe they seem adventuring types. And then he says, and Johan says, well, I know a guy who might have something to get them as as a to get them what is it called, out of the way, and it might appeal to their sense. They seem very goody goody type. She goes, well, but Alice says, if we throw this out there, she says, my people, well, it might put our mission in jeopardy. Fleet says, I mean, you have to take risks sometimes, Alice. And I have friends, not just yourself, in Tharbed. And then Alice says, well, and look how far they have gotten, she says with some sarcasm. Fleet goes, snorts. It takes time.
I know she's listening in, But
Mhm.
does she see anything on their persons that might identify who else they're talking about? I mean, she
Um,
normally would just see if she could rifle through a pocket or something or anything like that.
I mean, yeah, if you want to steal something, like look at their coin. I mean, coin purses are can usually find some interesting clues, right?
Right. And so I
Mm.
think she would try to take a coin purse.
Alice or Fleet.
Well, she already is suspicious of Alice Fleet. She doesn't think that he tells the truth because he doesn't move his
Mhm.
mouth when he talks. So she thinks that Fleet would probably be the bigger issue out of the two.
Okay.
So probably his.
So Fleet.
That's what she would hope for. Yes.
Okay. So go ahead and roll your whatever we used for stealing. Is it craft?
I don't remember.
There's no sleight of hand, right? So
I think
Mm,
we've just done like stealth for picking pockets and craft for like getting through locks and stuff.
oh, okay. Yeah, so stealth again, but with you get your another bonus dice. You get a bonus dice for burglary.
right. And then I get to use my. Well, on here it says using burglary tools is craft.
Yeah, so you don't use your burglary tool, but you use your burglary distinctive feature.
Okay. So two extra dice or just the one?
Just the one extra dice, unless you use hope, and then it's two.
Well, if I'm lifting stuff, I have my burglary tools, which usually give me +1. And you said burglary as my distinctive feature. So what I'm asking is, am I using burglary tools and craft, or am I just pickpocketing him and just using
Pickpocket,
stealth?
yeah, pickpocketing with stealth, but using burglary distinctive feature because you're stealing from him.
Okay, then I will use one hope.
Then you get two extra
That's
dice.
two. Yeah, here's
Yep,
hoping. Success.
yep, yep.
And she'll take his purse and then return to the group.
Yep.
Except she'll take the purse because she's trying not to be seen over there.
Mm-hmm.
And then she'll.
Well, yeah. Okay.
She doesn't want to linger too long,
It's
basically.
a yeah, you probably like see how did you do
I mean, she
because
would want.
his purse is pretty heavy, so I guess you switch it out for something.
Yeah,
You
just
must have to. You have to, yeah. Because he would notice.
right.
Anyway, so you grab his hefty purse.
Mm-hmm. And then she'll come back over and ask Bernie if she could put it in his pocket because it's a bit big,
Mm-hmm.
just to hide
Yeah.
it for the moment.
Mm-hmm.
She's owning up to Bernie what she did, basically. Look, I took his purse. He was saying that they're trying to do other things, that they have people in Harabrand that haven't been doing other stuff, and Alice is working with him, and they're trying to get us out of the way. They're going to sing a song of adventure to try and get us out of the way. It's basically what they said. It was not nice, Bernie. They're not nice people.
Nope. They're not nice people.
I guess Bruni will suggest we could just, step out, go over to like the stables or something and take a look right now.
Yep. Yep.
Well,
Yep.
Gwennon will bow to Quinn Yemilu and say if it would be okay to use one of those outbuildings just for the evening.
Oh, yeah. Not a problem. Not a problem at all.
Okay, so she will direct our party over there. That way we can look at it at our leisure.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, so he's got a hefty purse. It's worth six treasure.
Six
Oh
treasure.
boy.
Yeah. And he also has a what do I roll now? I rolled a special dice and it was successful. So now I will. Oh, that's okay. That's fine.
She only steals for good, even though that's.
Uh, Myrtle gains a shadow.
She gains a shadow?
I don't think you get to roll off of that. Away from that. Yes, you gain a greed shadow.
A greed shadow?
Hmm.
Okay.
I don't think you can. I don't think you can valor roll that away. Do you know off the top of your head, Harlan?
I don't think so. I think the general rule of thumb is you use you use rolls to resist
Yeah.
external sources, but if you do something that would give you shadow, like like if you execute a prisoner or something, you just
Right.
get it.
Okay.
Um,
But I mean, it's not like Myrtle would know. It's not like you get greed. She doesn't get greed for stealing, really, right? She gets the greed from something in the cache of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
oh well, if it's so
I
if
think it's
it's
a. I think you deserve a valor roll.
yeah, I think if it's like if there's a magical thing that
Yeah, you
Okay.
get. I think you get a feel. You get a feeling like you got from that thing in the tree.
Okay.
yeah.
I already put the shadow on there, so I'll put 0. So Valor,
So
and does she get
I
anything to it?
if you I think if you use a fellowship point, you can because from Gandalf you can get a bonus dice
Okay,
if you use a fellowship point
I'll use the fellowship point.
because he has
We
that
didn't
ability,
use
right?
any fellowship points. No, we
No,
used
you got them
one.
all back. Yeah, well, you got them all back, so you
All
have
Yeah,
to
right.
use them.
yeah.
Well, it's
So
showing 7 out of 8 up there, but you can leave
Yeah,
it at 7 out of 8, and I'll use one.
yeah. Oh, I just
And
changed it.
and then bonus dice. Does she get to use any of her
Um,
stuff?
no, well, you get the bonus dice from, or is it make it favored, or is it make it
yeah, Gandalf's
She's
bonus is that it's
you
favored.
can click favored for valor.
she's
Yeah.
already favored for valor.
Oh wow.
So
Oh, I guess because of halflings or hobbits get that. I guess
right.
give yourself a bonus dice, and that's fine.
Okay, so 2. Feat
Oh,
success. That's ironic that it'd be a
yeah,
Gandalf
I know.
feat
It's
success.
really cool. All right, you find a brooch.
So does she still take the shadow?
No,
Okay, so we find a brooch.
yeah, and it's got that. Hey, you have that like that yucky feeling. I guess
Mm-hmm.
that's how Myrtle would describe it. That yucky feeling.
Okay. Brooch yucky feeling.
Uh,
Is it kind of like the yucky feeling she got from the ruby? The heart that's in Harabrand's bag?
from the what? Yeah, from the heart. That yes, yes,
Yeah.
like that. Not as strong, but
Okay.
Hmm.
She wants
yeah,
to. She'll show it to Brunian, or I mean, I'm assuming they're all sitting right there, right?
yeah.
And she'll take it out and say, "This one feels yucky, like the other one, guys. Just yucky."
Well, that's interesting. Can we see anything about the coinage in the purse?
Yeah. There's. I mean, definitely. There's some. I mean, let's see. Most of the coinage, I guess, in this part would have been minted in old Arnor, right?
Hmm.
Would he have any? Uh, which is what the majority is, and he has some coins from Gondor, which is interesting.
Hmm.
But he does have a couple, maybe about maybe about 10% of the coinage is from Umbar.
Mm.
Okay. And Umbar is where the Black Numenorians are, right?
Well, the Corsairs are from there, so
Yeah, yeah.
Because we've come across those coins up in I'm blanking on the name of the town.
they would be very rare here unless you dealt with those people, really.
Right.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have them.
I mean, the Gondor, I mean, it's still kind of rare. So if he got money from Alice or even Herobrand would have Gondorian
Mhm.
minted coin. So
But he's from Rohan.
yeah, well, I mean, but they're close enough, right? I don't think
Right.
Rohan mints their own coinage. Doesn't seem like they would.
No, but I'm saying it makes sense for him to have it. It doesn't make sense for this guy to have it.
Yeah.
Because it's reminding Myrtle of the swords that she found.
Yeah.
I'm blanking on the name
The
of that
brooch,
town.
the brooch is dwarven.
Oh.
Bruni.
And that's the one that has the
The
weird
taint,
feeling
the
on
taint
it.
on it. Yeah,
Yeah,
Mhm.
she said
the
it
shadow
feels
taint on it.
yucky.
It's a brooch with
What?
a dark, it's a good color. Dark, very dark purple
Hmm.
gems on it, and some dwarven runes. So you can make a lore check, Bruni, to see what it could suggest.
Yeah. Let me.
Do you want
All
help?
right.
Do you want help?
I got pretty good. Look at that.
Woohoo!
Yeah, it suggests that the brooch would help with exploring,
Mm.
Is
like
it
a brooch of seeking treasure or something.
so? Is it cursed like the heart is?
I mean, if Bruni were to guess, it would probably found in some sort of cache out of Moria.
Mm.
Hmm. That's interesting.
But could give this dude an advantage if he is looking for money.
Mhm.
Right,
So that explains why he's rich.
maybe part of it.
Mm.
I mean, if he had it before he took the money from Tharbad. I mean, that's interesting, right, that he stole money from Tharbad. I mean, I don't know.
Mhm.
But
I mean, does
isn't Tharbred where the other Dunedain was that Gwennon was talking to and all that
yeah,
kind of
you
stuff? And we came
yes,
across the Black Numenorians. Those are the swords the scimitars that Myrtle
yeah.
had taken. That's what it was reminding her
But
of.
you guys made a lot of effort to get in with the good graces of the ruling powers of Tharbad, including that woman, the uh the woman whose lineage stretched, to old Arnor, right? The
Mhm.
leader, or the wife of the leader.
Yeah,
Right.
Lady Stock.
Yeah, Lady
Mm-hmm.
Stock. So and I think she probably did mention how when people left they stole all the money. So
Mhm.
that's interesting.
Oh, stole all the money from Armar?
From Tharbad.
Tharbad. So this might be the money from Tharbad,
Well, I
right?
mean, he's become rich using that as sort of a seed, a money seed, right?
Mhm.
But
Right.
it allows you, if you have a lot of money, then you can do speculative trading or, you know, push your influence, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess in theory he's helping along there, but maybe he's self-serving as well. Anyway,
Mhm.
it's interesting.
Yeah.
Hmm. Well, I guess we should decide what we want to do.
But interestingly, I mean, Brini would say, well, I mean, it's not things aren't not necessarily corrupt out of Moria unless they've been exposed to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Bane, right? The Bane.
Mhm.
So what is that? Does that mean this guy trucks with orcs? I mean, I don't know. Or founded on orcs?
Well, or if he was already
A bad dude.
predisposed to greediness, he might
Yeah,
not have
yeah.
even
It just kind of
noticed.
manifested. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Hmm. Well.
Well, Gwennon will say, I think it
I
would
mean, right,
be
it could
it'd be
like a
best if that brooch stayed away from Myrtle, perhaps Orodrith you would know what would be best to do with it.
I mean, the brooch could help. I mean, you can imagine it like helping, prospectors or miners and, find mithril or whatever
Yeah.
precious, because it's for exploring.
Okay, so
Yeah,
then
yeah.
she wants to make sure that it's where it needs to be. Myrtle already has a heart. She doesn't need just need a brooch to complete the set here, basically.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think we should keep it with the other kind of treasure that nobody's using
Okay,
for
so
now. And
and Harbrand's knapsack there, handy
Yeah,
sack
yeah,
with the
yeah.
heart.
if no one brings it up, Brenthel might say, that man's going to know his treasure is lifted. Are you going to return it? Or
Yeah, yeah. Um, I kind of think we should not return it. So Bruni will suggest, is this in Bruni's voice? Bruni will suggest, um, if he knows that someone has taken his treasure,
he might blame us, said
he might
Brenthel.
blame us, but he also presumably would have some idea of which coins were in his coin purse and all of that, and the way that having, in particular, Umbarian and Gondorian coins is potentially evidence of his political sympathies, and that maybe what we should use this as a chance that he doesn't necessarily know it's us, even though he might be worried about it being us. But he would know that somebody knows, and we can use this to essentially, you know, push him to be a little less cautious in his dealings in the future if he thinks that somebody is on to him.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
Gwennon wants to ask Doradreth, should we alert
I,
the Queen that there's something off about the two of them? Or should we say nothing so then she knows nothing of what we've done and she'll look right at Myrtle?
Hmm. We don't even necessarily need to bring it to the queen directly to do something. Bruni will sort of scratch his chin for a minute. He'll say, "What if we brought it to one of the other knights of Londare?"
yeah,
Just sort
Enfys is a
of,
trusted ally, I would say. Um, let's see.
Bruni is going to suggest in particular, seems like Haldan had the song that wasn't too positive about him, and Huron was well aware of that, and maybe just putting a Knight of Londare sort of on the trail would be enough to
Mm-hmm.
do
Mhm.
something, you know.
Yeah, let's see. Of the two, uh,
Myrtle wants to chuckle and say, I could say that, but if she leaves a Gondorian coin at his foot and has somebody walk over and pick it up and ask him if it's his, then that would bring attention to the fact that it's been touched. So that's probably not a good idea.
mm, mm,
I think so. Bruni's suggestion is that we
yeah, you don't. Yeah, you don't. I mean, yeah, you don't know much about these two guys other than what you've interacted with.
Yeah,
Enfys,
yeah, we don't know a whole lot about him. I think Bruni's idea is that we figure out how to let Haldane know that Mr. Fleet is potentially working with the bad guys, um, and working with the Umbarians in particular, and just sort of let him cause some chaos that way. Um, because he seems like he is kind of a right. He's like a classic tough warrior, but he didn't really pick up on the whole thing with the song, um, and so he is kind of a seems like an easy way to misdirect the Umbarian allies to have one sort of obvious person who is working at figuring out what's going on with them.
Right. So do you want Myrtle to go to him and say, would you like to smoke some weed with me? Pipe weed, the good kind.
Haldane or Kieran, the door guy or the guy who looks like a Bjorning.
The one Bruni was talking about, Haldane.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
do we don't even necessarily need to make contact directly. We could just leave I'm imagining like a note under one of the Umbarian coins
Mm.
um that says like, be aware that Johann Fleet is carrying coinage from distant lands ruled by enemies of the Queen.
Mm.
And Alice is trying to disregard you as your song or whatever. Or you should listen closer to what Alice's song was, type of thing. I was thinking not even bringing up the money, just having Myrtle talk to him about, because she understood that the song was not correct. But
Well, I don't know,
I
but
think the
it might have. Who knows? I mean, she did
yeah, we don't
suggest that Haldane took no prisoners, so he might have a cruel streak.
yeah. Well, and also we don't necessarily, I mean, we know about Johann Fleet's thing and we know he brought Alice and we probably don't agree with her, but she also could just be misguided, right? We don't know
mm-hmm.
necessarily her position. Like Johann Fleet seems definitely bad because he stole the money and is carrying
And
around
bragged about
Umbarian
it.
coins and bragged about it and
Yeah.
like all of the stuff that is like, yeah, this guy's not good. But the troubadour just sort of made a song that was mean about a guy,
Mm-hmm.
which is not necessarily a crime to dislike a boastful knight. Um, and this is part of, so Bruni will suggest that if we sort of put him on the trail, maybe that will also help us to figure out if Alice is actually kind of aligned with Johann Fleet, or if with some pressure she starts to kind of diverge in her sympathies.
Okay.
You know,
Well,
so I think that
if you need Myrtle to use her stealth to put that under the door for him, she'll do that.
yeah, I think that's the thing is we should leave him a note with one of the Umbarian coins,
Mhm.
and we'll say, you know, like I said, one of this coin is from Johann Fleet, and it was minted by enemies of Queen Nimue, and maybe we could put like a PS, ask the door word about the song or something, since he seems a lot shrewder, you know.
Mhm.
Right. So whatever you need her to do, she'll do.
Okay. Yeah, so you can go ahead and do your stealth.
Stealth.
Mhm.
All
So,
right.
I mean, you're trying to do it like, okay.
Well, she's not going to take it out of her pocket to put under the door until she gets over to the door. So if she's seen or anything, she'll just walk away.
Mhm.
Or she'll knock on the door and talk to him, one or the other.
Yeah, I mean, well, I mean, it looks like no one really has room, so you could just put it under his or near his like bedding space. No problem.
Hmm.
Wow.
Right, in his bedroll if she can,
Oh,
without
that's
being
interesting.
noticed. What?
Man, it's a good thing you're favored in stealth.
Yep.
Yeah.
It almost was a
Oh.
you you've stayed away from the eye today.
Shh.
Okay, cool.
Don't bring it up. But she wants to do that, and then she wants to, if she can, if he's up still, talk to Faramir, the other,
Faramir, yeah, he's still around. Yeah.
because she wants to. be seen in the hall with him.
Okay.
That way they're not thinking she snuck over there.
Okay.
And she'll be
Well,
like,
let's go ahead. Finish your thought.
she wants to ask if he would like to smoke some of the weed and have a drink with her, as she was a little put off by Alice's song, and she just wants to talk to him and say, "Did you realize that song was not very nice to one
Yes,
of?"
that's because that is why I helped you. You heard me help you, right?
Yes, I did. I heard it and I appreciate it. And how
I was
long?
trying to I was trying to get that dwarf bass, but I just I've heard this retold. This some of the dwarves, they sometimes hum really low as they make their way through the Shire, and there was this one time that my cousin's second cousin's friend said that there is this almost a concert in Bag End of these
Mhm.
dwarves, and well, I try, I think your friend Bruni does has a better bass.
Dwarfs are known for their basses, but I was very impressed with your bass. What can
I've heard it's all about the bass.
it is? Tell
No
me,
trouble.
tell me how long has Alice been singing for the court?
Well, she recently she wasn't there when you first came, so I
Hmm.
guess she's been here a few months.
Ah, and did she arrive at the same time as that gentleman
Mhm.
who never moves his teeth?
Who never what?
He never moves his teeth when he's talking. He never moves his mouth.
Oh,
Oh,
He's a little
oh,
untrustworthy.
Fleet. Yes,
Yes.
Fleet. Well, let's see what it is.
She's trying to figure out who got there first, is what I. Because we don't
So
remember seeing Fleet the last time we were there either.
no, he was there. He just didn't interact with them. But Fairbairns, he says, his family dwells in the west of the Shire, with a nose for the sea, as they say, because I can see. Because if I travel a few days, I can see the White Towers. But I've always had wanderlust, um, and it was not until well into my tweens that I had a singular series of misfortunes that resulted in me falling into the river at Sarnford. I guess that's before you destroyed or whatever you heroes did to make it Tyndalen again. And I was swept downstream, and other hobbits in my company, I guess, thought I was drowned, and they think I'm dead. But in truth, I washed up on the southern shore of the river, and I fell in with this bad company. Well, he kind of smiles at that as you guys puff some pipeweed. Uh, he also liked pipeweed. He had a funny hat and wore a lot of gray. So I ended up going south instead of back north, picked up some trinkets. This knife that I wear, I mean, we call them swords. The big uns call them knives. But this was forged by a dwarf smith who shows you his short sword, um, named Skaze. And then I ended up here. One of these
Oh,
days I'll return to the Shire, but I like it here.
I see.
Yep. I am the Hobbit Knight of Wandair.
I see that. I am the Hobbit of Gwyneth's company.
Yes.
I don't know. I mean, I'm from the Brandybuck, and I know that my family wishes that I return, but I don't know if I want to. I much prefer adventuring, and I very much like the company I'm with. Bruni has
What?
taught me much about the dwarfs.
Yes, they would call us strange, wouldn't they, back in the Shire?
Possibly.
And
I
maybe a bit reckless.
She's like, but my family gave me these new boots last time I visited back home. I do like my boots. Do you wear boots?
I wear boots. It's easier to it's easier to tap on the side of a pony to get it moving if you have boots, other
Yes.
than soft feet.
Yes, I.
Yes, they would think us strange for wearing boots, would they not? And he
Yes.
laughs.
Hmm. And she wants to look around to see if anybody noticed that his pocketbook was gone? If he said anything? If
He
he...
hasn't said anything.
Okay. Then she'll bid good night to Faramir and she'll return to the company.
Okay. And we should take a little break
Yes.
about this time and see what we want to do.
Yeah.
Not die.
Uh,
That's what I want to do.
all right.
All righty, then our listeners can take this opportunity to hit that thumbs up button and we'll be right back.
Mhm. Okay, so coming back to Londare, we are in the court of Londare. I guess the player is up. Well, there's like a building. Which building do you want to take? Like this one here?
Um, if it's available, this one back here is what I would think behind it, where we're not really seen.
Maybe. Yeah, I'll see if that's named or not. I'm not sure.
If not that one, then I would guess the one in front of the stable because our horses are in the stable.
14. That is something. 14, 16, 3. So these buildings aren't taken or named. This building is not named, and there's
Okay.
plenty of buildings in there. So
Well, I would think maybe this one. Because
okay.
what do you think, Bernie and Oradrith? That one?
Yeah, it seems good.
It's a bigger one. It's kind of on the way out of town.
Yeah, this is actually the bathhouse. This is a watchtower. There's a bell at the top of the tower. And a keen eye can see the open ocean and the end of the Firth. And this is a crypt.
Okay.
Said to be haunted, but also used as a dungeon. Prisoners.
Mm-hmm.
And there's an armory somewhere. Oh, armory's in the
Main hall.
yeah, armory's over here.
Where's the armory?
Yeah, it's interesting. I was able to post these down without the. Oh, we're recording, aren't we?
Yes.
Okay.
All righty.
Okay. We're back. How? So I guess you guys are gonna, I guess, bed down for the evening or whatever.
Yes.
Mhm.
She was making sure that she was seen with Falmir,
Mhm.
the other hobbit,
Right.
and she might ask him to walk her back out to where they're staying.
Okay. Yeah.
Just that way, if anybody sees her, they know that one of the knights was with her the whole time, and
Mhm.
basically she's not been seen alone or near the purse straps. She's just building an alibi, I guess.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Interesting.
Classic.
Right.
Classic.
Huh. Oh, that's pretty cool. I have the woodman. Right.
Okay.
So.
And she'll report back that she dropped the note off and then made sure she was with Faramir. He walked her back. So
Mhm.
to prying eyes, she was not seen near his bedroll, but she did leave it in the bedroll. So when he gets in at night is when he'll find the note with the coin.
Mhm.
Right. Okay.
And I'm assuming that we would have asked Soraman to write it because no one really knows that he's literate or have seen his handwriting, nor will they ask for his signature. So
Okay.
being as sneaky
That's cool.
as we can.
That's cool.
Is that okay with Bruni and Ordrith?
Yeah, makes sense to me.
Okay.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. All right. Well, sometime in the early morning, you probably hear shouts um, from the hall.
Okay. Oh. Myrtle will grab her quote unquote sword.
Mm-hmm.
And Gwennon will grab her gear. and start heading towards the hall. I'm assuming Bruni and Ordrith might do the same. But we'll
Yeah,
ask
Yes.
yeah.
we'll ask the remainder of them to stay in our little house.
Okay.
Because I mean, the horses and stuff need to be packed up anyways and fed. So
Yeah, so Sornan can start getting that ready if that's what we're gonna do, or are you gonna wait for what's his name?
oh well,
That
I
you want
mean, we're
you want
waiting, but we don't expect the town to take care of our own animals. They need to be fed and
Oh yeah,
watered
yeah, yeah.
and all
All
that
that
kind of
kind of
stuff.
stuff.
Yeah. We're
Yeah.
acting as absolutely normal as possible.
Okay. Well, predictably, Fleet is going crazy. He's saying, "I've been robbed. I've been robbed. These you ah." He like looks around.
Well, I
So I
mean,
bet you. He goes, "I'm sure it was that." And he's like Haldane. Uh, bring that freaking. He goes, bring that Sir Falmir Hobbit thing, halfling thing,
well, Gwennon will say, "Why do you accuse Fairmere?
because halflings steal.
Fairmere was with
Or
Myrtle
why?
when
Why was it your halfling that stole from me?
no, but the two of them were smoking pipe weed in the hall with each other last night with many people that watched him, and then he walked her back out to the house where I am. So how could he be stealing from you if he was in the hall on the opposite side? That makes no sense. Why do you accuse him?
Because because who else would take from me? They know if they know what's good for them.
How do you know somebody took it? Maybe perhaps you left it in your bedroll where all of us usually leave our stuff and then we take it, keep it on our purse during the day, and then back into our bedrolls at night. Is it maybe perhaps you just misplaced it into your bedroll? We can help you look. She's
Just stay away. You
she
just stay away from me.
okay. Well, then you're on your own. If you need our assistance, we're here, but none of us were in the Great Hall last night except for when Myrtle was having a discussion with Faramir. And everyone watched them have their discussion and come back out. I know that for a fact because he walked her back and we bid him good night.
Mm-hmm. Uh,
But Gwennon will go to the queen and to the other one and say, if you need our assistance, you know where to find us. But I thought there might be a different emergency of sorts. They mentioned the Green Knight has been challenging you. I thought perhaps maybe that's what the commotion was about.
oh, as you guys are doing this, um, I guess technically it's LA. Like a ill wind kind of blows through the hall, you know, flickering the fire. Um, Ordrith can make an awareness check with a bonus dice, and he sees like Haldane. He
Wow.
makes it. Oh, all
Very
right. Well,
much,
you
very
see
much
Haldane
makes it.
Haldane flipping like the coin, like doing the little thing with the Numenorian coin in his hand, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and then you see him kind of look narrowly at what's his name, at Fleet, and he says, and he takes a coin, unless someone's going to stop him. You see, he's gonna, and he balls with one of his big meaty fists, and he takes the coin, and it looks like with the so awareness, so Ordrith, you guess he's going to throw it at Fleet if you would like to intervene, and you
Mm.
also see that somehow the eye. is watching.
Mhm.
Um, so do you do anything or do you let it play out?
Um, I guess if I can, like reach out and catch it from the air as he throws it, that would be pretty cool.
Ooh, that'd be pretty cool.
You know,
Yeah,
like
well, okay,
an
well, you let him throw
interception.
it. Yeah, you let him throw it. Yeah, athletics, of course.
Yeah, let
You
me
let him throw it.
see.
So he throws it, and actually, Haldane says, because you don't stop him from saying anything, uh, as he throws it with force at Fleet. Okay, and you're gonna
Hmm.
try to catch it or
Yeah,
knock it out of the air because if you try to catch it, it might hurt. But whatever. However, we'll see how well you do
let's
with the
see.
athletics.
Let's see. Now I've got some hope available. Well, that's not very good.
Oh,
Hmm. I guess not.
all right. Well, you tried to catch it out of the air, and Haldane says,
Well,
maybe
do you
surprising.
want Gwennon to try?
Uh,
She has
she,
2 in athletics. I do not want Myrtle to do it because
No. Well, I guess the first thing is, I guess Ordrith with that other success, you could call out a warning to everyone, or we can have Gwennon make an awareness check. So however you want to do that, Ordrith.
I think Orajeth will just do, like a short whistle or something to get everybody's
Okay.
attention.
All right, Gwennon, you can attempt the athletics check.
you need her to do awareness too, or
No, 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 because Ordrith imparted that on you
okay.
with the extraordinary
And
success.
she's bold,
I will say,
true-hearted, and shadow lore. Can she add 1 with any of those?
bold.
Okay, success.
All
Nice.
right. You probably deflect it because it's thrown with force,
Well,
right?
I'm assuming that I put my sword out and knocked it down.
Oh, pretty cool. All right. But Haldane says, anyway, I stole it, Fleet. And Fleet looks pretty shocked.
Because if she knocks it to the ground, can she also pick it up?
Yeah,
And
it's a Numenorian coin.
Hmm.
and she'll hand it back to him. Not
To Fleet or to Haldane?
no to Haldane and say, I don't know why he would have a treasure like this, but it is.
Because he's a traitor.
Well, then perhaps
My queen, he's a traitor.
you need the evidence rather than to throw it back to him. I am of no need of coin, so here you go. But that is my ancestral coin, and she'll turn to
Well,
him.
it's not your ancestral coin.
Okay,
It's
I thought it.
it's one of the Umbarian.
Oh, Umbarian, not
Yeah,
like General Numenorian. Okay,
yeah.
she'll put it back and say, although
Black Numenorian would say.
I think you will find that these are treasures of the Black Numenorians. Huh. We encountered these Umbarian coins when we were last in, I can't remember the name of the town. Halbrad? Is that it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Fleet looks really shocked, and like he's like looking at Haldane like almost like quizzically. So I mean, Ordreth, you definitely there's something there,
Hmm.
like a history there. Um, with that awareness, yeah. I mean, someone could roll insight too to get more information, but there's a weird look between them.
Doesn't Ordroth and Bruni have good insight? If not,
I think
Or you can let
Gwennon
it
is
play out.
our,
Yeah, or you could. Gwendon's the insider, right?
yeah.
right.
Insight her.
But she can roll that with her +2, but not get involved, right?
Yeah, you just would learn something.
Success.
Yeah, it seems like they like they have it like it's almost as if Haldane looks. I'm not Haldane. Fleet looks betrayed. Looks betrayed. Like there's a look of betrayal on his face.
Hmm.
And Haldane says, "I don't work for you anymore, Fleet.
Mm.
I serve the Queen." All right.
Gwennon wants to turn to the queen and say, I was not aware that Fleet was trying to buy your guards off. Are you safe?
Um, she says, I know that Haldane and Johann Fleet have a history. Haldane used to be in his service as a bodyguard, but
Mm,
my friend and loyal companion saw the calling and the importance here of Londare, and I would not believe he would seek to undermine it.
I think he's
And though
made it very
and
clear that he will not betray
and
you.
she actually defends Haldane. She says, and though people say that Haldane is cruel, I would say he is fierce. It is his calling and his um and it is in his blood as a not scion, it is in his blood as a she just says it is in his blood to be fierce.
Yes.
So actually, so Haldane, if he's going to move towards Fleet. Oh, I guess another thing that you notice there, Ordreth, with an extraordinary success, is that as soon as this is going on, you see Alice is trying to duck out of the hall
Mm.
without anyone
Well,
noticing. But you got an extraordinary success, so you beat her normal success, in my opinion.
seems like ought to is there a way I can kind of step around to the side to just be kind of in the doorway that she's trying to exit from?
You could probably follow her easily,
Hmm.
like try to catch her down the halls or something.
Yeah, I think that's a good
Probably not intervene because she did make it.
idea.
Just
Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, yeah, I'm gonna try to just catch up with her and um,
okay.
you
I
know,
don't have a thing for her, but
get her to come back to the
all right.
main room after I catch
Fleet's
her.
gonna also try to get away from the meaty fists of Haldane. Oh, you see, Hall's kind of sleeping by the door too, Orodreth. If you want to call out to, it is early. Well, I guess he's awake now that there's a hullabaloo, right?
Yeah.
So Hall's like, uh, Miss, is everything all right? And she's like, uh-oh, what's she gonna do?
Yeah, I think so. Ordrith will be like, "Don't let her leave."
Ordrith, give me an insight check.
All right. Not so good at insight, but
Okay.
let's see.
You only missed by
All right.
one.
Well, I'll spend a hope, and
Okay.
it only matters if I roll a six. Oh, I did roll a six. Look
Oh,
at that.
Yay!
she draws a weapon.
Hmm.
So
Well then,
we'll jump into combat there.
yep.
Um,
She's gonna try to stab the door guy.
Hmm.
Poor old Huron.
is
So back in the hall,
you said that Myrtle, being a hobbit, can go anytime she wants, right?
yeah, if we do a combat thing,
Okay, because she'd be pulling her bow out and aiming for the hand of the girl,
what she
trying
doesn't
to
know what's
stab
going
her.
on. She saw. Well, I guess you saw Ordreth move out.
She'd be
Like
paying
quickly.
a lot of attention as to where he's going.
All right, so I'll say Myrtle's going to follow Ordreth, and you see.
Mhm.
Well, you can make an either awareness or insight. Like
Oh,
Ordrith, you see her like kind of reach, right? That's why you kind of.
Hmm.
Right.
Hmm.
yeah, she has.
All right. So yeah, Ordrith is gonna get into combat. And then I guess Bruni is trying to impose himself between Haldane and Fleet.
Oh, she missed, but she'll spend a hope.
Okay.
You can keep going.
Yeah, I guess. Well, let me just do a couple of things because I have them.
She made it like really well now.
Oh, nice. Oh, she
Because
got a.
she got a 6, so she has a 21 out of 18, so she made it.
Okay. Oh no, I can do this. For Haldane, I can do this. Okay. And I just gotta find. So Haldane, right? Because I have a character sheet for him.
Mm-hmm.
Herbrand's back here. Um, yeah. All you guys are in the hall. If I think I can. Let me see if I can find. Oh, I do. I'm pretty sure. Oh, I thought I had. Maybe not. Won't be taking long. Just give me a second,
No problem.
because we should have uh for fleet.
Paused.
Okay, so all right. Well, the heroes go. So you see what's going on. Alice has drawn a knife to deal with Huron, who's told her to stop, or he stands in the way as Ordris says, "Don't let her leave." And then Haldane is stalking towards a fleet who's cowering. He's I don't know. He's outwardly he's cowering. Who knows what
Hmm.
inwardly he's a little devious, right?
Mm-hmm. Can Myrtle take a shot?
Well, right now, I don't know. How do we want to resolve this? What goes first?
Well, I guess it depends on if we're like fully in combat or not. My
I guess it
thought,
would be the volley phase, right? Technically,
yeah,
yeah.
you
So
do volley
Ordris could
phase.
throw a weapon or a dagger. Myrtle could or move in front, like quickly move in front of her or grab
Uh-huh.
her, and Myrtle could try to shoot it out of her hand.
Yeah, I think Orodreth is just moving in
Okay, so he's
to
gonna
block.
move into block.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just do that's athletics. I think.
All right. Let me do Orodreth athletics. Do
Yep. Okay.
nice.
So
There we go.
and then Myrtle's gonna try to take the shot at Alice
With her bow,
with her
yes.
bow to knock the weapon out of her hand. Yeah.
I would think she is
Or
aiming
okay.
at her hand.
Okay.
Because if it's in her hand, she's going to aim at the hand.
All right. And just give yourself a bonus dice then for
Okay.
aiming.
Okay. And target's parry.
Oh, parry 0.
Okay. Shoot.
Oh,
I will use.
I don't know if you.
I can't use a hope to make it a success. She still has the eye, but
Well, I guess we need a 5 or 6
uh,
Yeah.
to get a
uh,
success. But I will.
never mind. And she
Okay.
missed.
Yep. 4.
She'll apologize to Ordra. Sorry.
I don't know. Would she hit? How is the eye gonna have fun here?
Alice's name is down here and her picture's up there. That's
Oh,
okay.
that's weird.
It's
Um.
fine.
Hmm. I Ordreth, roll valor.
Right? Valor.
He's successful. She didn't hit him.
Nice.
Okay. It misses, and both Ordreth and Huron. I made his valor too. Um, they it kind of you guys have to move because like it's almost like the arrow wants to hit one of you, but it
Mm.
slams into the door instead. Um,
Mm.
all right, okay. Let's go up top here. What do people want to do in the hall? Haldane is moving steadfastly. That's his other trait towards Fleet to like grab to do something.
Yeah. So Bruni, similar, just wants to interpose probably on Haldane and I guess assume that Gwynin can watch his back in case Fleet tries to pull out a knife or something.
Right. I mean, I thought you were gonna. Are you getting in the middle or just trying to
Yeah, I'm
stop?
getting in between. I'm just imagining like, up next to Haldane to block him. But I'm a little worried that this guy might decide to.
Oh, right. So you can so Gwennon can like keep an eye on Fleet.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
and she'll.
All right. So
basically.
let's
Unless
do
you want the
this.
other pairing. If you would rather be on Haldane and have me on Fleet, we could do that.
No, I'm thinking that she would probably go after Fleet and
Mm,
Right. So
um.
so Bruni, I mean, you can easily get in his way. Whether
yep.
he's just going to push you aside, that's probably more of a like I would say it's not a like a physical thing. It's more of like, hey man. So it'd be more like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
persuade, and then Gwennon
Yeah.
can use awe to make Fleet stand down or cower for reals.
Okay, and trying to see if she's bold, true-hearted, and shadow lore.
Bold will do it. And
Okay,
Bruni, if he has anything for persuade, cunning works in my opinion.
All right. I will do, yeah. Persuade with cunning.
she has a
Gwennon,
great one success. So
oof, yeah, he is like, yeah, he's got, when he if this was a fight, he'd have the equivalent of weary, right? Weary
All
there. Okay.
right. Well,
Ooh,
that's
oh,
interesting.
that's
two
interesting.
two eyes at once here.
A great success with the
Yeah,
eye.
Mhm. Well,
Hmm.
that kind of, I mean, that seems like it sort of fits, right?
right.
There's things escalating in the background, even if
Yes,
we're
the
being
eye. Yeah, it's
successful.
like the eye wants to disrupt
Hmm.
this court, right? Because it's a so. I mean, Haldane kind of looks at you like he wants to like still bowl through you. He has that thought. The lights like dims almost in the hall. Um, as a wind that foul wind that Ordris detected earlier moves through.
Hmm.
Um, but
Bruni's just saying,
he
uh,
says, my kinsmen are right because he's a Bjorning. So
mhm.
my he kind of looks at you and like shakes his head because we are allies against the darkness. And he spits on the ground. He says, "Fleet, you should run." And then he's like cowering before Gwennon as she kind of stands up and he stammers something about filthy rangers, but he can't quite get it out.
Well, she would like to
But
take his.
he's coward. He's coward.
Yeah, she'd like to take his arm and
Hmm.
hold him for the queen to tell her what her wishes are. But staying in your court is not suggested, Queen Review.
Because you owe me a lot of money. He spits out.
He says that to the queen?
Oh yeah, because he's like supporting her, funding her. You know,
Mhm.
right?
Well, Gwennon's going to look him directly in the eyes and say, no one funds good with evil coin. You may want to explain where those evil coins came from before you make any notions like that. Because if you are speaking from the heart, it is definitely full of shadow, sir.
She just kind of says, there's probably like tears in her eyes at the betrayal, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Um, man, the Mordor is working overtime today. Um, they just get him out of my sight. Banishment.
May I suggest, Queen Nemu, that you hold him in your dungeons until Gandalf arrives? I have sent a request for him to join us here.
Haldane looks at Bruni. He says, uh, let us drag him there. I will be gentle. I promise, dwarf friend."
Mm.
So he's not going to drag him himself and smash his head
Hmm.
inadvertently against the stones. But under supervision, but he will
Yeah.
help.
Well, that seems like a good compromise.
Okay.
Mhm.
Gwendolyn will
All right.
turn him over to Bruni.
Yeah. All right. Well, that okay. That's kind of resolved, but there's a blockage in the way, so we got to see what happens here first.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Ordreth.
All right. So
Dance.
Ordreth, in the way she's got her knife out
Yeah.
and everything. Okay. So what I want to do, normally for intimidate foe, when you get more levels of success, it intimidates higher like level, more dangerous foes.
Yeah.
But what I really want to do is just do an intimidate foe that is trying to kind of keep her cowed for longer,
Mhm.
basically, instead of hitting tougher, just to kind of do a big awe to get her to stand down once
Okay.
she realizes that she's outflanked and doesn't have any allies and all that.
Can
Right?
You
can
can. Yeah.
can Myrtle help so that he gets extra rolls because she's
Yeah. She can use a hope.
favored and has two an
Well,
awareness.
she can. You spend hope to give him a bonus dice.
Okay,
Hmm.
then she will.
And if Ordreth has anything, then that will give you two as a distinctive feature. That'll give you two dice if you have a
Yeah.
distinctive feature to use.
So I think I've got, so one for Myrtle, and then I've got one for my Elven Surcoat.
Okay.
So two bonus dice. I don't think my distinctive features apply. So let's
Okay.
see.
All
If
right.
you're
So
successful,
she is weary.
Hmm.
Okay.
But not a higher level of success. So she might just be weary and not ready to
Yeah.
stop. That's fine. It
Okay.
was worth a try.
Myrtle, what would you like to do?
she would like to. Does she have to roll her stealth to go up and take the knife away from her
No, no, but you can do that with the craft roll, right? Is that right?
with
Yeah, craft.
crafting?
Yeah, like the. Is that right?
Well,
No, no, it's still stealth. It's
No,
still stealth.
stealth
it's
for.
It's still
stealth,
stealth.
but she could use her burglary.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're not really attacking, so I'm letting you guys use distinctive features, right? So, oh, yeah,
Extraordinary
you
4 feet success.
you lift that knife from her. So when she kind of moves forward, she has like nothing in her hand, to strike at Ordreth, and she kind of stops short, like you know, um, she's gonna try to move past Ordreth
Hmm.
still, though.
Can he use
Um,
some of my extraordinary feat success to trip her?
what you do? That's shit. That's four, right? So
That's 4 of them.
she didn't see you. You took the blade. So how could you? Oh, I guess you could like pants her basically, so she can trip up on her. I mean that right? You can't
Hmm.
like tie her shoelaces, but you could like pants her if she's wearing boot
Hmm.
shoes, and
Yeah.
basically she'll trip on her.
Or if she's in a dress, I'll tie it to where she can't move her feet.
Oh yeah, that's probably
Like,
good. Yeah, so, like cinch it together.
mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yep. Okay. So right, it's player facing, generally speaking. So she falls prone to the ground. Yeah, that makes
Yep.
sense to me.
And Myrtle wants
Uh,
to go get her arrow back if she could reach it. She might have to have some
yeah.
help.
So Huron's gonna hobble over and put his stave there. Don't move, lassie. We got you covered. But he can't help but suppress a giggle or a smile because she's like I guess yeah, her dress is like tied right
Hmm.
at the bottom. So she looks like a sack falls to the ground. Um, all right. Um, she's all right. What do you guys want to? I mean, she tried to do something and couldn't really. What
I think we just want to like take her prisoner, right?
Yeah, which I don't know if she'd be defiant or I think she's smarter than that and not going to be like she's going to,
Well, we wouldn't want her in the same prison
she
as Fleet, though.
she'll express her right to remain silent.
Hmm.
Um, Fleet is just generally trying, right? All
Hmm.
right, so you kind of you see these guys now, the Bruni, Haldane, and Gwennon, sort of drag Fleet past you. Alice's kind of looks at that, tries to remain blank as you drag him to the dungeon.
Hmm.
And I guess you put her also down there.
No, I wouldn't want her in the dungeon with him.
Okay.
Well,
So
we
you're
can put
gonna,
him on
I
like
mean,
opposite sections of the building or something. I don't know. It's not, dude. I think we want to keep them separated so they don't, try to get their story straight between the two of them. But
Mhm.
right.
Yeah, she's got some funding too.
hmm.
She's decently funded, and her blade is definitely it's got like that. It's a curvy, one of those cool curvy blades that might see in
Hmm.
Harad.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Um, it is not dripping with poison or anything.
That's a good thing.
Though
Cool.
you probably do find a couple interesting uh concoctions or vials that she might have,
Hmm.
and some herbs.
So 2 vials and some herbs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ordreth can make a healing roll, or if Gwennon or
But
Myrtle and both Ordreth can make healing rolls to see what those might be. Right.
healing.
Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely like
Okay.
But we know.
yeah, they're definitely like poisons of some sort, or things to put people, put in someone's tea to make them sick or asleep for the herbs,
Hmm.
and then the vials are like contact type of poison and a like a more nefarious, like I'm gonna put this in your soup or tea to try to kill you type poison. So,
Mhm.
so
Myr-
Cool. Well,
Myrtle's
and
gonna look
if
at.
I knew, all I have to do is look in some of my Mert products, and I can probably tell you what these might be called at some point,
mhm.
because I'm
Well,
sure there's a
yeah,
yeah.
but Myrtle wants to look at Ordreth and say, "Do you dare tell Queen Nimue that they're carrying poison in her kingdom?"
Yeah, I mean, it seems like what we ought to do is, have some sort of a trial or you know, court sentencing with
Yes.
Queen Nimue. Work with her on figuring out what she thinks should be done about these two
Mm-hmm.
after we've investigated what's going on and all that.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
Can
would say this is probably a good place to stop
Well,
then.
Myrtle wanted to ask
Okay. Myrtle
Alice.
wants to do something.
Myrtle just wants to ask Alice, why would you let somebody like Fleet rule over you? Is this your choice? Because what I was told is he was here and then you traveled here. She's just being an inquisitive little hobbit. Or
She
not.
doesn't say anything.
Hmm. That's more telling than anything else.
She just kind of looks at you, blank faced.
Well, I suggest you come up with an answer because you will have an inquiry on it from the queen.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it should be interesting if you want to interrogate these people, because it's gonna be like a council, but
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
with someone who doesn't want to cooperate.
Yep. Yeah.
which should be pretty cool.
Yeah, so I guess we're setting up for a council.
Yeah, yeah. So Thalmir and Enfris are trying to console Queen Ymir. She doesn't seem to take kindly or well to like betrayal.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see what happens with regards to that as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's
Cool,
all sorts of
cool stuff.
interesting.
Yeah, yeah, cool
Yeah.
stuff. Good stuff. I like it. So, Intrigue in the Court of Londere.
Ah.
That'll probably be the title of this episode. But thank you guys for playing. It's always fun. I think this game is so rich. You could do so many things, and there's so many hooks. I just like looking at this stuff and go, oh, there's another one. Oh, there's another one to add on to the other myriad of things that you guys might be able to do. Um, and then, of course, as things play out, you guys do things that start pushing the action, making these people having these people make mistakes, and you know, throwing in some gambits to see what happens. I like it.
Hmm.
Well, thank you for running.
Thank you guys for playing.
Oh, yeah. And
Of course, the usual 3 and 3,
yes.
3 adventure points and 3 skill points.
And good night and good
Good
rolling.
rolling.